Hello guys, Harshal More here. This is going to be a very short video on wireless Roborace bot. If you guys don't know what is the meaning of Roborace, then let me tell you, Roborace is a very basic type of robotics event conducted in various technical institutes in our country, in India. And what happens in the Roborace event is that you need a four-wheel driven or say six-wheel driven any type of wired or wireless robot. Robot means a bot, an automobile thing, so something that can run over the ground. So we need a Roborace bot in the Roborace events, and I have a experience of more than 6 years now in this field. And if you have been following me on YouTube, you might be aware of the fact that I've been using this bot in pick and place competitions. So today what I'm gonna do is that I'll be taking the base of my pick and place bot, that is this base, and using it I'll be using it as a wireless Roborace bot. So without any delay, we'll just get into it. So here you can see a bot. So this is the wireless bot that I have built. Then this is the 3-channel pistol grip type transmitter. So again, this transmitter has got damage. I somehow damaged it, so I'm using it now like there's some jugaad, so leave it. Coming to the bot, this is the bot, this is the battery, and these are different components. I'll be getting into the into all the components separately. So now we'll open the wheels. The wheels you can see over here are the RC buggy wheels. So these are not made for Roborace or any, these are not made for robotics applications, but these are the buggy wheels, RC wheels, and these are very expensive. One wheel costs around 1,000 rupees, and the wheels are very flexible, so they are made to absorb a lot of shocks. I already had a RC car, so I had these wheels laying around, so I used them in my pick and place robot, and now I'm showing you the same. So this is the wheel. It has got 12 mm hex over there. It's around 12 mm, I'm not sure. So this is the hub. Okay, so the wheel does not come with a hub because so if you have to use this wheel in your robotics application, you will need to manufacture this kind of hub. So this hub is not ready made. I have made it on lathe machine. So how I'll just cover a very I'll be telling you in very short that how you can build this kind of hub. These herbs are already available on internet on different marketplaces, but they are very costly. Also, I'm not sure about the material. I think they use brass. It's very lightweight, but I'm not sure about its strength because it may that the threads may suddenly fail. So I was not sure about it. So I went in the market. I bought this hex rod. You can see it has got hexagonal cross section. So you just have to mount this. You just have to take a hexagonal rod, hex rod. It is called as hex rod of 12 mm dimension, and then cut it into desired length. So this is the length of the rod. Okay, so you have to cut it into desired length in number of pieces, and then you have to mount it over the lathe chuck, where you have to turn this side. You have to face both these sides, and you have to make a central drill over here. The central drill here is of 6 mm diameter, and here I made a hole of around 3.3 mm. Then I had a tap of 4 mm. So now this screw you can see over here is a threaded, and it's a 4 mm screw. So this is how you can build the hub for these wheels. So the wheel part is completed now. This is the battery. Okay, it has got popped up, but that's not an issue. So I'll just disconnect the battery for you, and we'll just take a closer look at the battery. So this is the orange battery. It's a 4-cell battery with 2.2 ampere hour capacity. The motors the motor used here are of 12 volts each, and the battery is of 16 volts, around 16 volts. So I'm actually overvolting them, but it's not a big issue if you are running the motors for a very short period of time at very less mechanical load. So if you are doing overvolting your motors for a very short period of time, it should be fine. It should not damage your motors. So that's not a big issue as such. So this is about the battery, and here we'll take a look at the motors itself. So these are called as the DC geared motor. if you go in the market, so you in market, these motors are called as DC geared motors, and also they are known by the name of side shaft motors. So in the side shaft motor, this is the side shaft because the shaft you can see over here, this is the 6 mm shaft, and this 6 mm shaft is not central, it is eccentric, so that's why it is called a side shaft motor. So in the side shaft motor, we have a base motor which runs at around 9,000 or 6,000 rpm depending on the configuration that you opt for, and this is the gearbox. Again, it depends on the rpm of the output shaft that you need. So here the base motor is of around 9,000 rpm and the output shaft is around 300 rpm. So if we divide 9,000 by 300, it comes out to be around 30. So this is the 1:30 gearbox. Here the gears are made up of metal. They are made through the process of powder metallurgy. So this is about the motor runs on 12 volts. It takes around 2 to 4 amps of current. Again, 2 volt is a nominal 2 ampere is a very nominal current, but at a higher mechanical loads, it can take up to 4 or 4.5 amperes. I personally have measured the current, so that's why I'm telling you confidently. Okay, so these are the clamps. These are called as Johnson motor clamps. Okay, so these are the clamps, and I have mounted clamps with the help of these 2 screws over the chassis. This is a very basic plate. You can use any plate. I don't know what do we call this, but you can go with acrylic as well. Now, as I have mounted these clamps over the chassis using these 2 screws, then you have to mount the motors using you can use 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 any number of screws depending on the availability, because I had very less number of screws with me, so I mounted this motor with only 2 screws. But you should not do that. You should tighten it with at least 3 or 4 screws. Okay, so these are the motors. We are done with the motor part, and here we have a motor driver. It's a Sabertooth motor driver. Again, I have totally locked it up, so I can't show you exactly. I'll add some pictures and link of all the products in description section. I got this Sabertooth motor driver for around 6,000 rupees from robo.in. Coming to the specifications of this motor driver, it's a dual channel 12 ampere motor driver. So on both the channel, that is on left and right channel, it will be able to supply around 12 amperes continuous current. In case of some peak current, it will be able to provide 24 amps each on both the channels for a very short period of time, that is say 1 or 2 seconds. So that is something you should keep in mind. And this is the typical connector. This is the typical T connector that I have soldered here in order to connect and disconnect battery easily. This is the receiver. This is a 3-channel and it's around 5-channel receiver. I'm not sure. So this is the receiver, and that is it about the board. Coming to the transmitter part, again, this is a damaged transmitter. I don't know, like my brother actually damaged it, so I had to use it somehow. So this is it. It was completely damaged actually. I took this transmitter to my friend and he actually repaired it for me. So this is the on off button. I have already trimmed everything. So this is a typical jugaad that I done in order to use it. So now we'll just test out our robot. So I'll turn on the transmitter. I'll connect the wheel as well. And I'll install the battery as well. Make sure that you do not reverse the polarity, because this driver does not come with a reverse polarity protection. So if you do the same, you will end up toasting your motor driver. So make sure that you don't you don't do such kind of mistakes, because they can okay, so we somehow have mounted the batteries, because this board was never built to be to be used with these components. It was a totally wired board for the purpose of pick and place. So it's a total jugaad that we have done over here. But in so we have turned the board on, and we have the transmitter running as well. So this is the pistol grip type of transmitter. So this is the forward. Okay, sorry. Yeah, battery just came out. Okay, you have to secure batteries in a safe place, because there are chances of mechanical damage. The batteries can get punctured as well, so that can be fatal as well. So please make sure that you secure your batteries at a safer place. So this is the forward. Okay, and this is for the turning. So this is it for this video. I'll be adding the different shots that I've recorded for you to get a clear idea about the bot. Oh, sir.
झूम पण केली चालेल का?
नाही.
चल मध्ये घे.
जा 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 जा. And I'll be adding all the links in the description section as well, all the images of the different components used in this board. So so please do like the video if you found this video informative, and if you think the video was not up to the mark, give it a dislike. If you have any other questions, you can ask in the comment section. And if you want more such videos, if you want all the in-depth videos on the Roborace and pick and place boards, you can follow the channel Harshal More. Thank you. Have a great day.